Welcome to the Bookworm Duo, where we explore a variety of books. Let's get started.
Okay, today we're diving into Nikki Payne's Sex, Lies, and Sensibility. You brought in some great sources on this one.
Yeah, it's got a lot of buzz,
Mm.
often described as, Austen-esque, but with black and brown leads, plenty of wit, sharp social commentary.
And a surprisingly twisty crime plot underneath it all. It's got romance, comedy, mystery. Quite the blend.
Absolutely. So you shared your sources, and our plan today is to walk through the plot chronologically, really dig into those surprising moments, the characters, and how it all unravels.
Sounds good. It's a pretty intricate story, so maybe we should start right at the beginning with Fiona.
Right, Fiona Akua Adai. Let's set the scene. She's 28, a virgin, and she's the youngest daughter of this pretty intense doomsday pastor, Kofi Adai.
Pastor Adai runs the Apostolic Bountiful Blessing Exalting Yahweh Tabernacle, ABBY for short. That acronym alone tells you something.
Definitely signals high drama. And the sources really emphasize how controlling this church environment is, especially in Prince George's County, the DMV area. It dominates her life.
But Fiona's carved out her own space, hasn't she? Online. She's Princess PI.
Yeah. Moderator of, what was it, the third largest amateur sleuth subreddit in the Maryland, D.C., Virginia area?
That's the one. It's this fascinating contrast, her constrained real life versus this online persona where she has agency expertise.
And she's channeling that into a real-world mission, a revenge mission, really.
Exactly. 9 months in the making. She wants to steal the cortisone vest.
Which is this piece of tech shown at the Tech Expo, invented by her brother Kwesi, who's deceased.
Right, but the tech was stolen, according to Fiona, by iVest, this company run by Robert Thorpe.
So that's her target, Robert Thorpe. And
Yeah.
the vest is the crown jewel of the expo.
Enter Maurice Bennett, private investigator. He's meeting Thorpe at the same expo.
Supposedly his last job for Thorpe, right?
Yeah.
Because he feels Thorpe's assignments are getting a bit...
Slimy. That's the word used. Maurice is kind of done with him.
And Thorpe himself is already in deep trouble. He's being blackmailed with something bizarre.
Gold pearls crusted in human waste. Yeah, it's grotesque, but it immediately tells you Thorpe has made some serious enemies. It's sufficient storytelling.
Totally. So Fiona, our Princess PI, she's done her homework. She knows Thorpe's weakness.
His vanity, he turns off the CCTV for 4 minutes every day.
To deal with his wig and makeup situation, incredible detail. That's her window.
She sets off a distraction laser fog, very Mission Impossible, goes for the vest.
And bam, plan goes sideways. Thorpe is slumped over, dead.
Right when she's there.
Huh.
And before she can even react, the publicist, Sarah, spots her with the vest.
Sarah confronts her, calls security. It all happens fast.
And Fiona gets arrested. The chapter title is perfect. Tender arrest. It's sort of darkly funny.
But crucially, someone else sees this whole thing unfold.
Maurice, a reluctant TI, he witnesses the arrest.
And he doesn't just walk away. He's, compelled to act.
Yeah, the sources mention the ghost of Temecca, someone connected to the church's past wrongdoings, who is basically nagging him, do something.
Wow, okay, so a bit of a supernatural nudge pushing him into the plot.
Exactly. It forces this cynical character to get involved, and he spots someone else in the crowd, too.
Ooh.
Fiona's father, Pastor Kofi Adai. Maurice clocks his hidden fury, very rigid.
Interesting. So Maurice, despite his reservations, maybe because of Temecca, decides to step in.
He bails Fiona out, and just like that, the partnership is formed.
Sort of.
Reluctantly, I imagine. The street-smart PI with the cat burglar vibe, as the sources describe him.
Paired with the Reddit detective, Princess PI, there's definite tension there initially.
He's probably skeptical of her online sleuthing. She's wary of his past.
But they have a common goal now. Find out who really killed Thorpe, and Fiona desperately wants to escape her father's church. That suffocating influence.
Okay, so they need information. First stop.
Robert Thorpe's widow, Amelia.
And how do they get to her? This is where Fiona's skills come in again, right? Oh, yeah. Pure digital genius. Fiona finds Amelia as part of this niche online community.
Collectors of ceramic puppies. Seriously.
Seriously, it's tied to her old sorority or something. Fiona baits her through the subreddit.
Brilliant. So they meet Amelia. What's her story?
She shows up, perfectly put together, pink sweater, pearls, the whole sorority look, and drops a bombshell. She was giving Robert drugs for 3 years.
What? To kill him?
No, apparently it was to keep him sort of manageable, compliant, while she was secretly writing a tell-all manuscript about him and his crimes.
Wow, so she thinks her drugs killed him accidentally.
She does. But she hires Maurice anyway, not to clear her name, but to find the other woman, the one she thinks Robert gave the manuscript to.
Okay, so Amelia thinks she might be responsible, but she's more focused on this manuscript and another woman. Layers upon layers.
Exactly. It speaks volumes about their marriage, doesn't it? Her exit strategy was a tell-all book.
So the investigation continues. Who do they look at next? Sarah, the publicist.
Makes sense. She was right there, found the body, pointed the finger at Fiona. They track her.
And they see her meeting someone significant.
Mikhail Sparks, the old county coroner. But here's the kicker. He's also a deacon at ABA.
The church connection again. It's everywhere.
Totally. They try to follow Sarah, but they get stopped by a cop.
Detective Ryan. And he's hostile. There's history there.
Yeah, connected to Maurice's past. The Tamika case again. It makes them realize they probably can't rely on the official channels.
So back to doing things their own way. They sneak back into the convention center.
To the crime scene. They re-examine the setup for the cortisone vest display.
And they find something missing.
The fourth B12 cartridge. It was supposed to be part of the demo, secured in the vest. It's gone.
And they figure
that the missing cartridge must have been swapped out, replaced with the actual murder weapon.
Okay, that's a solid theory. Meanwhile, what's happening between Fiona and Maurice? The sources mention their relationship deepening.
Yeah, there's definitely chemistry building. Fiona starts seeing past his cool exterior, notices his vulnerability, especially how this ghost, Tamika, affects him. It connects his past trauma to her current situation.
And Fiona gets proactive again. Goes undercover.
She does. Breaks into Robert Thorpe's office, disguised as Otis.
Otis, okay. And she finds
digital gold. A golden USB drive. It has Thorpe's spank bank.
Oh, my.
And, more importantly, documents, including a voicemail. Kesey's last voicemail, a really joyful one, left for his former partner, Mark.
Mark. Okay, new lead. Kesey's old partner. Where do they find him?
High-end club called the Lower Decks. This is where Maurice uses his special skill.
Which is?
Thrall. The sources describe it as this mix of charm, confidence, flashing a bit of wealth, basically making himself irresistible to draw information out of people.
And it works on Mark.
Like a charm, Mark spills. He confirms the vest was Kesey's idea. Thorpe stole it.
Does he admit to killing Thorpe?
No, but he admits to being the blackmailer, sending those gross pearl boxes.
The occupational hazard chapter, right? So he was trying to get justice for Kesey in his own way, but he's not the murderer.
Exactly. Another suspect down, but the picture's getting clearer. It all revolves around Kesey and that vest.
Right after this, things escalate, don't they? Fiona's sister shows up.
Easy. She's a doctor. And she brings news. And a warning.
What's the news?
The toxicology report. Robert Thorpe died of drug toxicity. Super vague.
But it clears Fiona of the murder charge, presumably, because Amelia was already giving him drugs?
Kind of. It muddies the waters about the cause of death, confirms Amelia's story partially, but doesn't pinpoint the insulin yet. It rules out Fiona just, stabbing him or something obvious.
And the warning.
Easy warns Fiona about Maurice. Probably protective sister stuff, maybe church influence too.
Okay, so the pressure is mounting.
Yeah.
Where does the investigation lead them next? Somewhere. Unexpected.
Oh yeah. Club Domini. It's a sex club.
Whoa. Why are they going there?
To find Sarah, the publicist. They think she holds the key. Fiona gets a whole makeover for this.
Tell me more.
Black lingerie under a trench coat, kitty ears. It's a huge step for her, shedding that repressed church identity.
And Maurice. How does he handle this environment?
He kind of loses his cool. The sexual tension is sky high, apparently. There's that, quote, the sources highlight.
The harder than a Bangladeshi crossword puzzle line.
That's the one. It's jarring, yeah. Shows him completely dropping his usual control because of Fiona and the situation. It's raw. Unexpected vulnerability.
Do they find Sarah?
They do, and she confirms their worst fears about the church.
What did she say?
That Appy BY was blackmailing her and others, using footage from the club. That's how the church maintains power, funds itself. It's a massive blackmail operation. Robert Thorpe was involved too.
So the church corruption is way deeper than just financial stuff. It's sexual exploitation too.
Absolutely. But the victory is short-lived.
What happens?
Minutes after Fiona and Maurice leave Club Domini, Sarah is found dead.
No. Silenced. Just like Tamika, maybe.
Seems like it. The church cleaning up loose ends. Desperation move.
This puts Fiona in even more danger. And the church makes a direct move on her next act.
Yeah, David, one of the church leaders. He corners her, offers her a deal.
On a yacht, no less. What's the deal?
Publicly disavow Maurice, agree to some arranged marriage situation, and basically come back into the fold. He also boasts about a huge windfall the church is expecting.
Blackmail attempt. How does Fiona react? Is she intimidated?
Not anymore. She's changed. Maurice gave her a safe word, didn't he? Princess, representing her true self, Princess P.I.
Oh, she uses it.
She does. It gives her the strength. She pushes David right off the yacht into the Potomac.
Yes. Go Fiona.
Then she texts Maurice.
Yep. Calls for backup. That's her turning point. No more victim.
This leads to the final confrontation, the big reveal. Where does it happen?
Back at Maurice's place. Maurice, Fiona, and her sister Acey are all there. Maurice lays out the whole case.
Not against Fiona anymore, obviously.
No, against her father.
Yeah.
Pastor Kofi Adai.
How does he prove it? The sources mention 3 patches of evidence. Right. Patch 1, CCTV. Fiona's tech skills paid off. They retrieved footage showing Kofi Adai messing with the cortisone vest during that crucial 4-minute window Thorpe created, 1.01 to 1.06 a.m.
Okay, opportunity. What's patch 2?
Medical evidence. Maurice specifically requested vitreous glucose testing on Thorpe's body fluids, confirmed massive hypoglycemic shock and insulin overdose.
Insulin, which connects to...
Patch 3, the direct link. Fiona found an insulin refill receipt in her father's car. He's diabetic. He had the means, the opportunity, and the weapon insulin disguised in that missing B12 cartridge.
Wow, it all fits. Does Kofi deny it?
No, he confesses. Right there. Admits he killed Thorpe for revenge. And he admits he gave David the evidence to frame Fiona initially.
Why frame his own daughter?
Desperation. But then comes the biggest bombshell. The real motive, it's about Quicey.
What about Quicey? We know Thorpe stole his invention.
It's worse. Quicey wasn't just carjacked 2 years ago. That was a cover story.
He was.
Yeah.
Murdered.
Murdered by Thorpe's company to steal the vest idea. The carjacking was staged. They even found the license plates were used in a similar incident out in Utah.
Oh my God, so Kofi knew his son was murdered.
Yes. He explains he chose the church over investigating his son's death years ago, and David was blackmailing him further, using photos of Acey, Fiona's sister, doing awful things, probably stuff the church orchestrated.
So it's vengeance for Quessy, tangled up with his own guilt and being trapped by the church's blackmail. That's incredibly complex.
Absolutely heartbreaking, really. He's arrested right then.
And what happens to Fiona's charges? Mark, the blackmailer.
Mark came through. He made a deal or threatened exposure or something like that. The grand larceny charges against Fiona are dropped. The murder charge is now officially Kofi's.
Okay, so the case is solved, but what about Fiona and Maurice? Is it happily ever after?
Not immediately. Maurice tries to push her away again. That self-sabotaging "you're costing me" line comes back.
But Fiona's not having it this time.
Nope. She calls him out, says he wanted to take down the church, and now he's got it, but he doesn't like the personal price tag, meaning their relationship.
Good for her. Do they reconcile?
They do, big time. The sources mention a candlelit bedroom scene. They finally give in to the passion.
About time. So, case closed, relationship on, what's the final step?
Fiona fully embraces her Princess P.I. identity, puts on this amazing cinematic catsuit, total transformation.
Love it. What does she do?
She takes all the evidence her father meticulously gathered against the church, the blackmail, the corruption, directly to Detective Ryan, the hostile cop.
Why him?
She forces his hand, makes it undeniable, hands him this huge career-making case exposing the Abbey White Church corruption. He has to take it seriously.
Posey.
He agrees to put surveillance on David and the church, a 48-hour detail. The takedown is officially beginning.
Wow. So Fiona Maurice solved the murder, saved her reputation, and now they're actively going after the entire corrupt organization.
Exactly. They've solidified their partnership. Fiona's got the real-world skills and confidence now, blending her digital smarts with Maurice's street smarts.
And bookends with them.
Cementing that partnership. Maurice gets an Uber, ready to, quote, consummate their partnership utterly devastatingly with Fiona's wet red lipstick all over his body.
Okay. Quite the ending.
Yeah.
It really takes you on a ride, doesn't it? From this Austin-esque setup to, like, full-blown crime thriller and systemic corruption expose.
It really does. The romance plot becomes the vehicle for uncovering something much bigger and darker about power, religion, and exploitation in that specific DMV setting.
Yeah, and thinking about the sources, the complexity of that 80 white church corruption.
Yeah.
The blackmail, the potential political ties, the sheer ruthlessness that suggests this isn't really the end, is it? For Fiona and Maurice, taking down the whole organization is the next case.
Absolutely. They solved the murder, but dismantling a powerful cult-like entity that ruined lives like Tameka's, Quizey's, Sarah's, that's a whole different battle.
It leaves you wondering, doesn't it? Can Princess P.I. and her P.I. partner actually succeed against such an entrenched system? Is this kind of tech-fueled religious and political corruption just a local DMV story? Or is it maybe a new kind of social commentary we'll see more of?
That's the thought we leave you with.
Thanks for joining us. Subscribe for more bookish adventures and hit that like button if you enjoyed the ride. Don't forget to share the knowledge, spread the word.